I feel like this music video, this whole project in general, is like a representation of what music can do to us and what it means to so many of us on such a deep level that some people may not be able to understand. It's almost like a sixth member in a way that is following them, that is a representation of the fan that experiences their music. It's almost like a representation of looking back at the catalog of NewJeans and what those songs meant to her, rather than actual clips of her interacting with the girls. Like the interaction is a metaphor to her listening to their music. Okay, even the credits and all that kind of feels like an indie film. Okay, we got some. It's like a Super 8 camera action.
그거 아니야. Let's go. 강고양이 씨. 저는 고양이가 아니에요. 무슨 소리 강고양이 씨. 미안. 이거 한 번만 잘 걸리는 거 같아.
Oh, nice. Whoa. Oh. Oh, damn.
아침이 너무 멀어서 say it out. 훌쩍 커버렸어 함께한 기억처럼 널 보는 내 마음은 어느새 여름 지난 가을 기다렸지 all this time. Do you want somebody like I want somebody 날 보고 웃었지만 do you think about me now yeah all the time yeah all the time I got no time to lose 내 길었던 하루 난 보고 싶어 라따따따 울린 심장 I got nothing to lose 널 좋아한다고 라따따따 울린 심장
I love the combination of the camcorder and the real-time cinematography. What happened to her hand?
너를 상상했지 항상 다 있던 처음 느낌 그대로 난 기다렸지 all this time I got nothing to lose 널 좋아한다고 라따따따 울린 심장 so
Some of the cinematography, what we just saw, that looked like a legitimate indie film. Like, it looked absolutely amazing. The color grade and everything. Okay, I'm absolutely blown away. NewJeans just created a masterpiece, and I'm not even looking at side B yet. We're gonna get to it in a few minutes, but I want to talk about this because I had to look up a couple of things. At first, I was a little bit tripped out about the fact that there's 6 members, and I had to look it up because I was like, they're pretty sure there's 5, and the 6th member is played by a famous actress, if I'm not mistaken, and the boy in the music video is also played by a famous actor, and it made the twist made this music video as beautiful as it is tragic, and that twist would make M. Night Shyamalan in his prime proud. It was absolutely incredible, and that is exactly why NewJeans is as hyped as they are right now. That was unique as hell. They took a concept with the whole, schoolgirls, that retro feel. They really took something that you've kind of seen a couple of times, but they made it their own and they made it stand out. They did an absolutely phenomenal job. And also, as far as like the lyrics go, like, I want you to say ditto. I want you to feel the same as me. I want those feelings to be reciprocated in the same way. Like, the love that I have, I want to get that love back as well. Which at first it kind of felt wholesome because we see that boy, we see all the love that the girls have for each other. But the interesting part is that once that twist is revealed, and also we see the drawing of the 6th member being erased, it's almost like you were never part of our group, basically, which kind of makes it a little bit sad, possibly. The expression on the boy's face when the camera catches him, and the expressions on the girl's face when they're about to walk in the rain as the girl holds the umbrella. Like, to me, at first it felt like, oh, what? You're gonna hold that umbrella? Let's go in the rain together and not care about our health and whatnot. Looking back at it after that twist, the girls and the boy almost have like the same expressionless look on their face when they look at her, which is incredibly tragic. And it also, obviously, she's hallucinating. We see in the beginning, a cassette is being put inside the cassette player, inside the TV, and we see all of these various memories. So is it like a representation of not being able to let go of memories that didn't even exist in the first place? Is this a representation of wanting to fit in? Is this a representation of a hallucination that was caused by whatever caused her hand to break? I'm not really sure, but the deer in this music video was very, very interesting. I've pulled up a couple of articles that talk about like various meanings of seeing a deer. One of them says, if you constantly attract negative people or feel fatigued by the emotional burden you carry from others, seeing a deer can represent your own energetical survival needs that need to be addressed. This part makes even more sense when you see a deer that crosses your path. A deer crossing your path is a reminder to check in with yourself and make sure you are not living in the past. She's reminiscing, possibly an older version of her is thinking about the past, or live in the future. And to realign yourself back to the present moment. It can be a sign that you need to connect with yourself on a deeper level. The lyrics themselves, the way they are applied in like a friendship situation, in a relationship situation, but then with this twist, it just makes it so incredibly tragic. Like the girl is literally walking alone in the rain and she thinks she's with company when in reality she's all alone all of this time. So it's very, very interesting, and I'm very excited to check out side B. So without further ado, let's do that. Man, those vocals are haunting. There's no one. Oh my god. This is tragic as fuck. Holy.
Somebody like I want somebody 날 보고 웃었지만 do you think about me now yeah all the time yeah all the time I got no time to lose 내 길었던 하루 난 보고 싶어 라따따따 울린 심장 I got nothing to lose 나를 상상했지 항상 다 있던 처음 느낌 그대로 난 기다렸지 all this time I got nothing to lose 널 좋아한다고 라따따따 울린 심장
Is that one of the girls calling her? She walked with the boy. So it was all real, but it was her perspective. Oh my god, that was so freaking cool. Those vocals are haunting as hell. So there's another interesting element to this music video, which the girl throws the camcorder to the ground, it crashes, and then we see the girl with the boy that she was interested in. We can take this music video in a way as an exploration of what this group kind of means to someone who discovers them. Because then the woman becomes an adult and she looks back at those memories and she sees it all as if the girls are right there. So it's almost like a representation of the group and music in general kind of comforting you as she's crying in their arms before the boy shows up, right? But at the same time, it also shows struggle because even though the phone call kind of represents music, their music being there for her, but she's in such a dark place. Like to me, it almost like represents depression in a way that the girl is all alone and she realizes that from time to time. The love that she has for the group and what the group means to her, that she's literally kind of like hallucinating and seeing her with them as she's interacting with them. And also kind of like in another interpretation, seeing her watching the girls dance. And it's almost like a realization that I cannot beat them. So she lets go of the camcorder, but instead of being them, I can try and be like them. I can be inspired by them, which is why she makes the move on the boy, or we see a visual of the boy and the girl walking together, and there's a little bit more expression on his face rather than in the first music video, which was very, very interesting. But the adult woman is almost like looking back at the memories of what this group did to her life, as far as saving it and looking back at the experience with a smile on her face. But then we see that deer again, which is almost like the deer is like a spiritual guide. Is the deer NewJeans? Or is the deer is just a realization that instead of trying to beat them, you can be inspired by them. I'm not really sure. This was an absolutely masterful project. This is definitely one of the coolest things I've seen on this channel. It is absolutely incredible, and I really don't know what else to say. But it definitely seems like all of this time the girls were a figment of her imagination, because that cast is empty all of the time, right? There's no hearts, there's no signatures, there's no nothing, and she's in that empty room. So I'm not sure if like the deer is representing NewJeans, which is her guiding spirit. I feel like this music video, this whole project in general, is like a representation of what music can do to us and what it means to so many of us on such a deep level that some people may not be able to understand. Like, I feel like this is like one of the closest things to the thought of music saves lives that I can think of, as far as what it did to this girl who later becomes a grown adult woman, and she looks back on all of these memories, but she almost like looks back at, it's almost like a representation of looking back at the catalog of NewJeans and what those songs meant to her, rather than in actual clips of her interacting with the girls. Like the interaction is a metaphor to her listening to their music, is what I would guess. Which is absolutely, if that's the case, I'm getting a little bit too dark and mystical here, so I don't really know for sure. But even the girls, that transition of the woman looking at the door and then NewJeans in real time are coming in was so freaking incredible. And it's like representing a new generation of K-pop that will inspire the next generation of people, possibly. I'm not really sure. It was a really interesting cut, and it was absolutely amazing. It's almost like music will continue to be a big part of our own, all of our lives, really. That's what I would kind of say about this one. This was a lot deeper than I ever expected it to be. I was expecting to really, really like the song. I did not expect to say that this is a freaking masterpiece. Both like the song itself, but just visually, whoever came up with this concept the director, and everyone involved with all of this, and the girls themselves, showing like the love to the girl despite the girl like not being part of the group. It's almost like a sixth member in a way that is following them, that is a representation of the fan that experiences their music. And they were so kind and loving and cheerful. I don't really know what else to say. Honestly, this was absolutely incredible. If you have any more info on this concept, you want to share some stuff about this, feel free to let me know in the comment section. I'm sure I've kind of changed my tune from the first side to the B side, and kind of like changing my mind as I'm seeing this music video progress and changing my interpretation and whatnot. So yeah, this is quite something. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If I made any sense, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, you guys. See you.